Destiny questions and investment. It's about gold, and I had some thoughts to say on it.
Like gold and real estate and fancy watches.
Gold, and also, you don't buy gold as a hedge against inflation. I don't know why this rumor or meme started because of conservatives and all the sponsors they get, but like, who the f holds gold? Show me one of these multimillionaires and give me a breakdown of your investment account. Show me your money managers, and I want to know what percentage of your portfolio is held in gold. Give me a break. Nobody holds gold. It's part of a portfolio. Or it's like 1% because you begged your CPA to, well, I need to.
All right, so I felt a little insulted because I own some gold. So I just want to explain, because I am a multimillionaire. I manage my own portfolio, and I have 15% of my assets in gold. And I'm going to explain why. It is a hedge against inflation historically. Gold has been, again, by the way, I don't recommend it. It's not financial advice, especially it's more of for protecting purchasing power. It's not for making a bunch of money or raising its value. So historically, gold has been very, very good as a hedge against inflation, the debasing in the value of currency. So for example, if in 1991, let's say I had a rich uncle who gave me the exact value of the median house in 1991, which is $120,000. This is when I'm born. I'm old as shit. 91, by the way. That's how a median house cost in America. So if I took that money and I put it into gold, instead of buying a house, I bought gold. So I bought 300 ounces of gold, which is the price of gold at the time. By the time 2025 rolls around, everyone knows housing prices have dramatically risen over the past 30 years. So if I had kept $120,000 in cash, or I'd put it in corporate bonds, then by the time 2025 rolls around, or put it in the government bonds, I have like 400K, maybe 300K. This is not enough to buy the median house, okay? But if I keep it in 300 ounces of gold, by 2025, lo and behold, this is worth 600 something, which is just above 450, which is the median price now. So what I'm saying is basically whatever, if you have 300 ounces of gold in 1991 and it buys you a median house or a certain number of barrels of oil or a certain number of real tangible things, it'll buy you the same amount or more of those things in the future. It's not great. If I had taken this money and put it in the S&P 500, I would have like $1 million. It's way better. Gold is not a replacement for investing in stocks or something that grows well long-term. Gold is just really, really good at retaining its purchasing power over 5,000 years. I mean, it's just really, really good at that. It's very unlikely for you to put money into gold and then be able to buy less than you were able to buy when you bought it. The second reason, I want to give a deeper reason here. So this is why I was pushed over the edge to put some of my money into gold. In 2021, after Russia invaded Ukraine, the United States and Europe teamed up to freeze all of Russia's foreign reserves of dollars and euros. Once they did that, every country, which normally keeps all of its reserves in dollars, every country, not just Russia, got a little bit spooked. They got a little bit scared because of that amount of power the US government has over all of their money. And so they started, and this is all verifiable, go check it out. They all started buying less US treasuries, which is like government bond IOUs, and more gold. Central bank purchases of gold from China, Russia, India, all the Central Asian countries, Japan, they've all bought more gold because they want to have this instead of a bunch of US treasuries that could be frozen in the case they're in a bad situation with the United States. And because this is a steadily increasing drumbeat, they're buying tons and tons and tons every year, and they're very price insensitive. They don't care about the price. It made me feel like I have that in my corner, plus it protects purchasing power. Again, any period of inflation, rising inflation in history has seen gold price rise. For example, John Paulson, you probably don't know him. He should have been in The Big Short. He was one of the guys that got left out of The Big Short movie. He made a massive bet against the housing market, made billions and billions of dollars. Okay, he was one of the Big Short guys. And then immediately afterwards, when Obama was announcing TARP and saying we're gonna print a bunch of money to help bail out all these companies, he was like, wow, that's gonna cause inflation. I'm gonna put it all into gold. And he made a massive bet on gold and won again. So he back-to-backed. He did The Big Short and then The Big Long. And it's considered like the greatest trade ever. There's a book about it, the greatest trade ever. So I would just say in periods of inflation, like many examples, gold has proven to be effective. And it has reliably maintained its purchasing power against real estate, against oil, against anything else for thousands and thousands of years, which is why that plus the thing, I've chosen to put some money into gold. I just want to give an answer to that question. I'm not a conservative. I don't have a gold sponsor. I'm just saying why I did it. I wanted to give an alternate take. Oh, how do you put your money into gold? That's another thing. Again, there's many ways to do this, but obviously I don't want to physically hold gold. I don't want to go buy it at a store. I don't want to buy a bar at Costco. So I did some research. This is not investment advice. If you put money into this, you'll lose it all and you'll be broke, and your friends that invested in Tesla will laugh at you. But there's like gold ETFs. What I invested in this is a company in Canada called Sprott. They just own a bunch of gold in a vault, and when you buy this, they mark off a piece of it that you own. They own about like 100 tons in a vault in Canada, because Canada's supposed to be the safest country, although maybe America will invade. So I just own this, and again, since I bought it, I'm up 28%, which is, you know, probably not as good as a growth tech stock, but it's been up. I think there's a sense that anyone talking about gold is like some kind of gold bug or somebody getting paid by it. There's a lot of evidence that it's a good hedge against inflation. Do you have the location of the vault? Are you in Canada still? Quack, are you gonna go check it out? If you guys heist well, I don't care if you heist everything in the vault except for the little part that they mark to me. So if you leave that in there, I'm good. Just take the rest. What's your personal financial breakdown? 50% in gold, how much in savings, bonds, stocks, etc. Pocket watching, huh? You want the detailed breakdown, huh? Again, like I said, gold outperformed by the S&P 500, 100%. If you are someone who has zero fear about putting all your money into SPY, then that's what you should do, 100%. I want to make that clear. However, if you think there might be drawdowns, gold has performed remarkably well, which is why I like having some of my portfolio in it. I think valuations are a bit overstretched, and I feel comfortable having some of my portfolio in gold. Obviously, if you're a young person trying to grow your net wealth, gold is not a good way to do it. It's not a great way to speculate your way up. It's just a good way of holding purchasing power through good times and bad. Should have bought a big chain and grills. That's another advantage of gold. We didn't even talk about that. You can convert the gold you have into a dope ass grill. That's amazing. If I own a bunch of Tesla stock, what can I can't wear that, but with gold I can wear it. Do Indian women hold 11% of the world's gold? That sounds incredibly made up, but I have no idea. Oh my God, that's true? Well, let me confirm. Indian women hold more gold in the top 5 countries combined. That's crazy. I mean, this is news18.com. I don't know if it's... Oh, you guys want a little bit of drama? There was 2 things I wanted to show you. This is streamer clips, dude. I saw streamer clips both here and on LSF. This is streamer clips. Drama. First one, XQC has a plan to fight the wildfires.
Chat, what if they, instead of putting retardant and hoping, why
What'd
don't
you
they
call
just bomb the outer line? Like a line of bombs. Say, fuck it, we're trying a bunch of bombs. And when the fire gets there, it's just soil.
We need to set up thousands of bombs right next to neighborhoods in LA as a firefighting method. Oh, dude, Tim Sweeney kind of cooked with this. After years of pretending to be Democrats, big tech leaders are now pretending to be Republicans in hopes of currying favor with the new administration. Beware of the scummy monopoly campaign to vilify competition law as they rip off consumers and crush competitors. Like, when did Tim Sweeney get based? Dude, it's funny. He's just so mad that he's getting cooked by Apple and Steam that he's becoming like the most outspoken anti-monopoly advocate. It's like if his business was succeeding, if the Epic Store was succeeding, he'd be a regular billionaire. But he's actually like, competition is good. Anyway, pretty funny. I mean, this sums it up. This is exactly what's happening, especially with the Zuckerberg stuff. He's like trying to obfuscate and sweep all the antitrust. He got sued by antitrust by both Trump and Biden administrations, bro. You think the Zuck's move right will work out? I don't know. I think he believes it will, and it looks like it is so far. As in, Trump is not like sicking the attack dogs on him. But also, the winds can shift pretty quickly, and I think a lot of people are noticing that it's like, this is weird. Like, where was he 4 months ago? Yeah, I don't think the right is buying it that much. Trump might buy it, which is, you know, where the power is, but I think the left and the right both hate Meta and Facebook for different reasons. But whatever the reasons are, I don't think they're really going away. And I do think antitrust can still be on the table, unless Trump totally calls it off.